completely different.
This went to crap.
I'll take you from that powerful image to another powerful image that's emerging from this storm. I don't know if you've seen this yet. The roof of Tropicana Field ripped off by Milton's high winds.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that the Tampa Bay Rays are the cheapest baseball team in all of the MLB. Once it's time to pay a player what they're worth, they go to another team and then contribute to their success. We're like a sort of a farm baseball team, you know? Like we're a professional farm team because we grow talent and then they go elsewhere. The owner is cheap. Why does this matter right now? Literally, the cover of Tropicana Field was fabric. Steinberg, the owner, is cheap.
NBC's Stephanie Goska's made her way there overnight. Hey, Steph, morning.
Hey, Hoda, guys, good morning to you. You know, the Tampa Bay Rays team tells us that roof was supposed to sustain 115-mile-an-hour winds. Now,
by the way, this is the most national coverage that the Rays have ever gotten.
the top gust in St. Petersburg last night was 101 miles per hour. Obviously too much for that stadium, which has a capacity of 25,000 people, turned into more of a hulking ghost ship overnight.
Oh, sure.
The panels that you're looking at are made of fiberglass and they're covered with Teflon. And people who live in this area say that overnight they actually heard the sound of ripping fabric.
That's the most noise that's ever come from Tropicana Field.
And now you see that the roof is almost entirely gone. Just a few days ago, Governor Ron DeSantis said that this stadium was going to be used as something like a base camp for both emergency workers as well as those logistical units that were going to help.
Oh, go fuck yourself, DeSantis.
Clear debris. What we don't know right now is who was in there and what they were doing last.
Oh, man. DeSantis thinking that's a safe place.
Tonight, we know that there were some personnel, the fire department here in St. Petersburg, saying that those people took shelter in the corridors. But Tampa Bay PR tells us that everyone who was inside is being accounted for.
That is the most Tampa Bay Rays thing of all time. So if you're listening nationally, because we're on in 9 radio markets and I'm on 4 podcasting platforms. So I have 13 affiliates of all these people I talk to, and not all of them are in Florida. Tropicana Field is right next to the highway. It's the Tampa Bay Rays, but they play in St. Petersburg. Nobody in Tampa cares about them. Whenever I say this, I piss people off because people that are fans of the Rays, it's a very big group, but it's a small group, but they're passionate. So they live in a universe where they think the Rays matter. You don't. If you really cared, you'd go to games. Los Angeles, Boston, New York, Detroit, Chicago, LA. They go to the games. Oh, but there's traffic. Cry me a river. You can go get a burger in St. Pete. No one cares about the Rays in Tampa. And the problem is they have this stadium called Tropicana Field. It's like this big dome that's so ugly. And I went to a wake there for a local sportscaster, and that stadium is better for a funeral than a baseball game. Nobody goes. There's an echo if you talk, and this just in. I'm really loud, so everybody could probably hear me. Here's what I'm saying. This is the most Tampa Bay Rays thing to ever happen to the Tampa Bay Rays, because Amalie Arena, home of the Lightning, Raymond James, yeah, they're outside places, but they're fine. But this happening to the Rays is just so on point with the Rays. And I know me saying this probably pisses off a lot of Rays fans, but you got to admit, you got a cheap owner. You guys never get the job done when it matters. You're Moneyball baseball. You're fine. You're good, but you're never going to win it all. And this just perfectly describes the Rays and everything about that team.
Guys?
So, Steph, with all the damage to the stadium, now what?
Well, I mean, this was supposed to support 10,000 workers, whether
that's the big debate there.
Emergency workers or people clearing debris. That's a lot of people. This area needs a lot of help. Those teams are going to need support. They're going to have to figure out where to support them from and where they're going to house all of those supplies. We've reached out to the governor to get more details on what their
Did the governor reply?
Backup plan will be, but at this point we haven't heard back from them.
Oh, Governor DeSantis not replying to anybody? That's pretty on par. Screw that guy, by the way. He declined all these bills to help improve Florida. But yeah, every single MAGA person, and this is coming from a guy who's not voting, so I don't like any politicians, but everybody in the MAGA cult thought that Ron DeSantis should be president or Ron DeSantis should be vice president. He can't even run Florida. He doesn't talk to anybody on his opposition. Can you imagine him talking to other countries? He's a moron.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.